All right, how's everyone doing? So what I'm going to get into today is for people whose weight is always fluctuating. And the reason I get into this because I was actually talking with somebody who's literally a guru on helping people lose weight. He's helped thousands of people lose, I think, over 100 pounds throughout his career. And we were kind of going back and forth on each other's tactics on how I help people lose weight and how he does. He's more on the nutrition side. I'm kind of more on the side of, I don't even know what type of side. I got all these different things that I do, but basically he's more about speed to a certain degree and getting people down to a certain weight as quickly as possible. I'm kind of doing it as slow as possible, but I call it working from the outside in. He kind of attacks nutrition as far as changing up the eating habits, which I understand. And on my end, I'm kind of not telling people to change their eating habits. I'm telling them to change their eating habits, but more portion control. I also use tactics, which is what I'm going to get into now, which is using your wardrobe. Because I had all these different weight fluctuating issues throughout my life. I call it reverse anorexiism. And I think he was kind of shocked at the way I kind of took my approach. And he never even, I think, thought about it from the perspective of clothing, especially when people got down to the weight that they wanted to get down to. Because a lot of times I talk about, a lot of times it's great to lose weight, right? Or you get your goal weight, then how do you maintain that? Most people can't. One of the things I teach my guys is once you get down to the weight, we're going to get the clothes fitted for you. I don't care if you got to take them to a tailor, but we're going to spend a little money getting you in the clothes that look best in you. Because let's face it, a lot of times you lost weight because you wanted to look better. You wanted the clothes to look probably better on you. So let's get some clothes that look great on you. Let's not get a bunch of shitty clothes where if you lose all that weight and you kind of look at yourself and go, you know what, I don't necessarily look as good as I thought. And I think that happens with a lot of people who lose weight. I think a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to lose 50 pounds or I'm going to lose 100 pounds, I'm going to look great. Some people look at themselves and go, man, now I don't like the way I look this way. I'm too thin. My neck looks like this. I have flabby skin or whatever the case may be. I think we have to take an honest approach at that. Also, it may not be enough weight. You may lose 50 pounds and be like, you know, this, I need to lose more weight, right? I'm just saying. So again, what I'm going to talk about here is not allowing yourself the luxury of having all these different clothes. I call it the Jackie Gleason. And the Jackie Gleason used to be a famous comedian from the old school. I don't know if you ever saw The Honeymooners or maybe even Smokey and the Bandit. He's a famous comedic actor and he's an unbelievable actor across the board. But I used to follow him. And he used to have 3 different wardrobes for each weight he was. So say he's 250 pounds, he has this wardrobe, and he's 220, he has this wardrobe, and he's 200, he has this wardrobe. And that's kind of what I used to have. But it kind of always gave me the out to kind of have my weight fluctuate instead of me locking in. Because truthfully, I would want to get big. Okay, I think a lot of guys, you want to get jacked, right? So I'd get jacked and I'd be like, oh my God, I'm overweight now. Now my belly's too big, or now 250 is too much. Let me get back to 240. Then I'm 240. I'm like, oh yeah, not bad. Man, I'm starting to look better. Let's go 220. I go 220. Then I'm like, oh my God, I'm too thin now. I don't like this. I need to get jacked again. So now I'm back up to 240. I'm confusing myself. I did this throughout my entire life. And I think a lot of men and women go through this too. This weight flex. You don't even know after a certain time, like, what is really going to work here? You also may have complications, let's face it, depending on where you live, how you're eating, your relationship, you're married, are you eating more? Are you out eating more? Are you not working out? Are you working out more? All these things come into play. But here's the deal. I really believe this. Do not give yourself an out, right? Use your clothes as a tool to lose or gain weight. All right, I'm just telling you. I've discussed this before, but I want to be very firm on this because if you want to start losing weight, and that's what I was describing to him, you want to not spend a ton of money. It's the last thing we want to do. But we do want to get some clothes, even if it's kind of a fitted t-shirt and things. When you're losing weight, you put them on and you look good. I don't want you to have clothes that make you look bad when wanting to lose weight. All right. We also want to go one size lower. I talk about it because then each size lower, you're going to want to fit into that shirt. If it's too tight and it doesn't look good, that's okay. Wear it around the house. But we want that reminder to say, hey, I need to lose this weight, man. This shirt's too tight. I don't want to be, in a double XL anymore. I want to get in an XL. Then you get in the XL and you're like, oh my God, this is looking good. Go out and buy the L, right? Because we want to go to the L. Now, if you want to get jacked, this is what I did for years. Do it in the house. You don't want to look like a clown outside. You want to get jacked again, right? You want to go up a size in a shirt where it's kind of loose on you. right? You want to grow into that shirt. You want to fill that shirt out. It's going to blow you away when you kind of buy clothes one size up, especially when you're thinner and your arms are kind of, you know, if you're working out, let's say arms or chest or whatever, you don't fit in it. And then after a certain amount of months or whatever, you start filling it out. You can even take before and after pictures. It's going to be a game changer. It's better than just taking selfies all the time in the mirror and being like, okay, let me see how I look. I don't know. I don't, like you're looking at the pictures. Again, it may work, but a lot of times I'm telling you, the clothing is where it's at. I don't want to get long-winded on this, but just pay attention to those things. I'm going to officially wrap it up with this. When you get to the weight you get to, okay, let's find clothes that fit you really well. Get them tailored and hold on to that where you truly want to be. Do not give yourself an out again where you start to gain 10 pounds and you're like, oh, I was a 33-inch waist. I got to go out and buy 34s. No, what we're going to do is figure out why we're gaining that weight. Are we not, working out? Are we eating too much? We're not going to allow. Wear those clothes tight. I don't care what it takes. I know they're uncomfortable, but that's what you need to do, okay? I'm just telling you. Do not keep giving yourself the out. All right? Got any questions or comments? Feel free to hit me up. I'm at richcelenza.com. I also have a program, masteringselfconfidence.com, and here's my little doggy coffin. He comes down here with me on these podcasts and these YouTube videos. He likes to sit underneath my feet. He's hilarious. All right, take care, everyone.